Alright, hello everyone. I'm here with the second part of my Men of War video commentary here on Road. I just bought an SMG squad. I'm sending them up back up to the middle to secure the point. And I noticed my ally's driving a Crusader up in the left flank. Right here, he foolishly drives up a Crusader there. He gets hit by pretty much everything in the universe at once. The Flak 38 destroys the turret, a guy throws an AT grenade, and a P destroys it. But the funny thing is that right before it, the Crusader, as it was dying, it slows down and it smashes into the Flak 38, which destroys the enemy Flak 38 just by driving into it as it was on its deathbed. I found that hilarious. Anyway, there, as you can see, my SMG squad, they just got totally murdered by like 2 riflemen, so I kind of got mad there because how stupid the AI was. So I bought a Jeep to go clean up some of the infantry in the middle, and in addition to another infantry squad. Hoping that the Jeep is really good. I don't know, probably not the best idea on this map because this map is so enclosed. Probably would have been better to just get a heavy machine gun, but I'm just moving them around, just checking around just to see if there's any enemy creators. But then he apparently gets blown by a pack point, which I didn't see, so that was kind of disastrous. I'm like, can you guys get rid of that pack, please? Sorry to swear, but yeah. I mean, like, they haven't, like, J-Bob could probably get up his own gun on the left there, but I noticed an enemy Stug 4 on the right, Stug 4. I don't know how I don't really have anything that can deal with that. I bought some assault infantry here because I was sick of my submachine gunners getting mowed down. Assault infantry have body armor, so they're way harder to kill, and they have much better weapon proficiencies and just better weapons in general. So there it is, high explosive shell blows up, kills a few guys, but the entire squad doesn't die, thank goodness, because very good armor. So tell the guy to hide in that shell hole. The shells give a lot more resistance to enemy fire and make them way harder to hit, which is exactly what I need right now. I see the enemy pack truck wheeling itself over, but again, there's really not a whole lot I can do about it. All I can do is basically just sit there and watch as it shells my position. Now, there's also a heavy machine gun on the right flank, and apparently there is a another enemy scout car moving up the middle there. I see it in the distance, but I'm just not looking at it right now. An AT shell lands there and kills a few guys. Not looking good. There's the enemy pack 40 right there. I'm trying to move up this guy to throw a frag on the crew of that AT gun. And I think that's exactly what I managed to do here. I told him to march through the window and throw the frag. Fortunately, though, he gets mowed down by a machine gun there on the right, but I threw my grenade and it kills the crew of the gun, so that's good. That gun is at least temporarily out of action. I buy some more rifles. Most of my stormtroopers have died at this point. All in all, I guess my ally just like the AI is dumb. He buys another Crusader, I guess. He notices an enemy Stug 4, hits it with an HE round. It's traversing and firing its KWK-40, L-48, and crushes the hull of that Crusader. I don't really know what he's trying to prove there by flanking by Crusaders, because the map is just too small for Crusaders. The Crusader really excels on larger maps where you have a lot of room to flank, because it's a fast flanking tank designed for the desert, where it flanked enemy Panzer IVs and just shot them in the rear with its sheer speed. On maps like this, which are frontal slugging matches, it really doesn't have the ability to do that. My ally on the right there bought a 17-pounder, a Sherman 17-pounder, and my other ally here there has just a standard Sherman. And now I noticed an enemy Pack 40 and an enemy Stug 4. My ally loses his Firefly to a Panther, but I did not notice I did not look at it. I just looked on the scoreboard basically. The enemy Stug is moving backpedaling, and the pack is pounding our position. We're at this point, there's almost nothing we can do because of their superior armor. Even if we get a 17-pounder armed vehicle up, we basically get pounded because they just knock out our tanks or destroy our guns before we can do anything. So I'm doing the smart thing and saving for a turtle. I could actually buy a Centurion at this point, which would probably be enough to ward off most of their attempts, but except I don't end up doing that because they could just bring out a Jagdpanther or a Tiger probably and destroy my Centurion. So I just end up saving for the big guns, the turtle. So I see the Stug up there. Apparently my ally managed to repair his knockdown Matilda that was just sitting there for a while. Although I don't think it would do much good with the enemy Stug right there. Can easily destroy the Matilda's gun. The Matilda cannot really do anything back. Although I say, yo, shoot the pack, because you can't destroy the Stug, but you can destroy the pack with an HE round, right? So fires an HE shell, or an AP round actually, into the pack, which actually knocks out the gun. It doesn't just blow it up, but it knocks out the gun, so they have to repair it now. So it did its job, but its hull got crushed again there. So at this point, I buy my turtle. So that made me totally broke because that cost basically all my points. I've talked about the turtle before, but it's just one of my favorite units. It's one of the UK's few advantages in their arsenal. Really, it's kind of like a young tiger, except it's better because it actually has machine guns. Like it has that double 360-degree machine gun turret that can shoot in basically they can shoot in any direction. Basically, be effective. I noticed that the enemy skipped its 223 and Pack 40 there. I'm trying to get a shot off on either of them, but I can't really do so because of the Matilda. But I managed to knock out the 223 with an HE round. The pack there just keeps shooting the Matilda and destroying the turret. But again, I'm traversing over here, trying to get a good beat on that pack. Direct control here. Fire a shell. Kill the crew, but I don't blow up the gun. I also see an enemy Panzer IV H over there, but it's outside of I can't fire it even the rocks. So I'm moving him up here, telling him to turn. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid, cousin. From GTA 4, if anyone's ever played that. I've got some commandos there moving up on the left, and I tell my other allies to secure the right because I don't want any stragglers running up and throwing an anti-tank grenade on my whatchamacallit. I also tell my ally to be careful because a 17-pounder could accidentally shoot my turtle in the side, and I would not want that to happen. So the commandos in the middle there, they're just getting mowed down by explosives and machine guns, though they're nested all over the place. And you see the enemy Stug on the left flank there, and I'm like, yo, someone get it. But apparently no one has any anti-tank weapons over there. I'm just trying to switch to the coax. I have to switch to manually to high explosive there because the game isn't doing what I want. I'm just basically, the round is loading. I'm just trying to get a bead on it. Fire gets the pack with that HE round. And also the Stug moving up. I'm like, oh crap, I got to turn. Although I mean, from there he's not really not really much of a problem, but he's getting really close. I'm starting to get really worried. The 17-pounder shoots, but somehow the Stug manages to shrug off a 17-pounder at that range. I don't know how. But I would, if I had my infantryman right there, I'd tell him to throw an anti-tank grenade on it. But unfortunately, I was a rifleman and not a submachine gunner. So that Stug is still a menace. It gets crew confused by, I think, I don't even know, some kind of shell impact, but it doesn't manage to destroy the vehicle. My turtle, I'm just kind of sitting it there, facing off that Panzer IV in case it decides to do anything stupid. I bought a Piat guy, and I'm running him up now to get a shot into the side, or the top armor of the Stug, because I can just shoot from the hill pretty easily here. I just help engage, and he fires and crushes it. So that menace is finally knocked out. Good. I don't want that thing driving around anymore. I buy some machine gunners to hold up the right flank there. And also enemy skipped its 223, but that's not really any threat because I cannot destroy my turtle regardless. I see the enemy Panzer IV H there. He's kind of just blowing. He killed a few of my riflemen, or one of them anyway, with an HE round. But I can't get him, and he can't get me from that angle, so that doesn't really matter. My machine gunners, I'm just telling them to spread out. Running them one to the left and one to the right. 223 is still driving around. I was trying to get a beat on the Panzer IV H, but I just can't due to the angles and the rocks. And my ally on the left there, J-Bot, buys a Centurion, and he knocks out the Panzer IV at really long range there with the 17. So that's good. I don't know. The Centurion, when in comparison with the other heavy tanks, it really sucks. Like, it's barely better than the German Tiger, and the Germans get the Tiger like halfway through the game, whereas the Brits get the Centurion at the very end. It only has about 118 millimeters hull armor, and though it is sloped, I think that the turret is like, 165 or something, so you can't really penetrate the turret, but the hull is only 118 or 115 or something, maybe not even that, but it is sloped, so. But against heavy guns like the 88mm KWK-36, or 88mm KWK-43, sorry, found on the Jagdpanther and King Tiger, it just cannot stand up to impacts from that, and it will break, so it's just not the greatest heavy tank in comparison. I noticed a guy there fires a Panzerfaust into my turtle there. I don't even know where that came from, considering I have infantry all over the place. It kind of worries me. Oh yeah, and also, and then also wanted to say, the Tiger's gun is actually can almost probably kill the Centurion. I know the Panther can probably kill the Centurion, although the 17-pounder can the 17-pounder is a good gun. It can easily knock out pretty much any German tank except the King Tiger or the Elephant, etc. Can probably knock out the Jagdpanther too, but I'm not going to count on it. Yeah, I know it can't take impacts from the Yog Panther, but it can probably take it out. So 70 pounder is a good gun, and it's mounted on an okay tank. So the Centurion it's an okay tank, but it's not the greatest. It's not as good as the King Tiger, that's for sure. But it is faster, so anyway. I'm just moving around. I have the turtle here. Just kind of traversing around. I know it's enemy 2 to 3 running, but I know some panties. I can't do anything. My 17th ally, 17 pounder. This one gets an aimbot-like shot off on that 23, and I know some panther up ahead. This video is over, so make sure you check out my next video there.